We all know that Bill's storage system on PC isn't perfect. For starters, you have no idea how long it takes until a box is full, you can't move Pokémon freely between your party and the PC, and you have to save every time you switch boxes. But you know what the worst part of the storage system is? All your Pokémon that you searched across the land, looked far and wide to catch, all sitting there as fragmented data, accessible to anyone who just walks up and logs into a computer at a public Pokémon center, completely unprotected. Next thing you know, a super nerd hacks in and bam, your legendary birds, gone. Your Mewtwo, gone. That level 24 execute you accidentally caught in Safari Zone because you were mashing buttons too quickly, also gone for some reason. Bill could have prevented all this if he had just been using Atlas VPN. Atlas VPN stops all those malicious links, ads, and trackers, and it lets you know when someone's trying to steal your data. What's also great is that it doesn't matter if you're in Cinnabar Island or Cerulean City, because with a single subscription, you can install Atlas VPN on as many devices as you want without compromising any speeds. That means that instead of transferring his consciousness into a Pokemon's body, Bill can instead enjoy watching geo-restricted content on his favorite streaming services like Netflix, Tapu Hulu, and Love Disney+. In Kanto and Johto, for example, Bill can't watch the first season of the Pokemon anime on Netflix, but with Atlas VPN, he can mask his location to make it appear as though he's in Unova, and there it is, Season 1. Another awesome benefit of using Atlas VPN is that you can save money by using it. Let's say you want to buy an SSN ticket, but it's too expensive to buy in Hoenn. Well, by connecting to a Kalos server, you see a huge price drop, making your trip way more affordable. And speaking of affordable, we don't really pay Bill for his storage system, and clearly for a service like this, he'll have to pay a hefty fee, right? Atlas VPN is just $1.99 a month. $2. I've paid for lemonade more expensive than that. And by clicking the link in the description, you can too. The VPN part, not the lemonade part. Atlas VPN is running a huge discount right now where you can get a 3-year subscription for just $1.99 a month with a 30-day money-back guarantee if you're not into it. That's an 82% discount. Why 82%? I don't know, I guess they just really like Magneton. Head on over to get.atlasvpn.com/charai5 or use the link in the description to take advantage of this special offer. That's get.atlasvpn.com/charai5 or use the link in the description to get an 82% discount on a virtual private network with over 6 million users. Huge thanks to Atlas VPN for sponsoring this video. Stay safe out there, everybody. I don't know what move that Nidorino thinks it's doing. It most likely isn't going to affect Gengar, considering it's a ghost type that isn't affected by physical attacks. That's Nidorino's cry, not Nidorino's.
For some people, Pokemon are pets. Others use them for fights. Myself, I study Pokemon as a profession.
You know, I've never thought about this, but how do the professors make any money? Are they funded by an institution to study Pokemon? They can't be self-employed, they don't have customers or clients, so how are they able to fund their profession?
This is my grandson. He's been your rival since you were a baby. What is his name again?
Bro, he's your grandson. I don't think the senile old man should be handing out elemental monsters to 10-year-olds. This is some incredible technology to be able to store physical items in a digital datascape and recall them whenever you'd like. But how? Is it like stored on your own computer? You upload it to the cloud? How does the data get called to become physical mass again? There's a movie on TV. 4 boys are walking on railroad tracks. 1986's Stand By Me is a movie in the Pokemon universe? Why? Like, nothing against it, I'm just wondering if that means that other real-world movies exist in this world too. Does Stephen King exist in this world? Does the song the movie gets its title from exist? What other real-world music exists in the Pokemon world? Was Post Malone canon to Pokemon? Wow, in the 26 years I've been playing Pokemon and the almost 8 years I've been making these videos, never would I have thought I would utter the phrase, was Post Malone canon to Pokemon.
Right. All boys leave home someday. It said so on TV.
Really? It said so on TV. Well, the TV also told us that Beanie Babies were worth millions of dollars, that the internet was a fad, and that if I called 951-262-3062, I could talk to Santa, so maybe you shouldn't be getting parenting advice from Rob Reiner's Stand By Me, Mom. Okay, so I can understand the logic of the game here, especially for kids who are more willing to explore in games, but to my knowledge, there's not a single indication that I ever have to go to the Pokemart in Viridian City. Oak doesn't tell me to pick up a parcel for him, I just have to wander in there myself.
Gramps! What are did you call me for?
How did Oak manage to call Blue? Assuming Blue was going as fast as I was, and assuming he wasn't stopped by the old man in Viridian City, he would at least be in the middle of the Viridian Forest by now. Do we have phones? Did Oak send an aide? How did the aide catch up so quickly?
Red, I hate to say it, but I don't need you. I know. I'll borrow a town map from my sis. I'll tell her not to lend you one, Red.
Damn, it feels so good to be a gangster. I've had my coffee now, and I feel great. Sure, you can go through. Are you in a hurry? I see you're using a Pokédex. Wait, how does the old man know what a Pokédex is? Didn't Professor Oak invent them? I figured that only my rival and I had them so we could fulfill Oak's request. Is the game implying that Pokédexes are available to the masses? Because if so, why is he asking us to undertake gathering data on every single Pokemon? We've literally just begun our Pokemon journey. Also, we're 10 years old. Oh, Toro shit. You're telling me a level 5 Weedle at full health wouldn't break out of the Pokeball at least once? Also, why the hell do you have 50 fucking Pokeballs? In the Japanese version, you're a drunk who won't get out of the way until you've sobered up. Did you buy them all in a drunken stupor? And in the Western version, you're a petty asshole who blocks our way until you've had your morning coffee, and I don't know which one's worse.
If you have the right stuff, go take on Brock.
What? Wait, where did he go? There's no way out from here.
If you have the right stuff, go take on Brock.
I'm not supposed to be able to do this. Fucking sand attack! I should have been done with this fight immediately, but no, I missed 9 out of the 10 times I try to attack.
Hi, I like shorts. They're comfy and easy to wear.
Well, yeah, kid, but so are hoodies and sweatpants. What makes shorts so special? Also, why are we fighting? I thought you just wanted to tell me about your favorite article of clothing.
Hey, stop! I found these fossils. They're both mine!
You can have both of them if you want. I was just passing through. I didn't ask for this. Fucking, are you serious? This is a Pokemon? People bitch about Gen 5's designs like, oh, it's just a soft serve ice cream, or oh, it's a literal bag of garbage. Dude, this is a Gachapon capsule with eyes. Not to mention all the other incredibly inspired designs, such as literally just a rat, or literally just a bird, or literally just a snake. At least the keyring floats and can suck the literal life out of you. Raditz is just a rat that does rat things. Can we say that this is Cantonian coughing? Because that's not what coughing normally look like. Blue, how is your Squirtle still a Squirtle? Like, yeah, I know you can stop Pokemon from evolving in the video game, but in universe, how do we stop them? Do we just order them not to? Is evolution a choice? What are the rules, damn it?
Hey, guess what? I went to Bill's and got him to show me his rare Pokemon. That added a lot of pages to my Pokedex. After all, Bill's world famous as a Pokemaniac. He invented the Pokemon storage system on PC. Since you're using his system, go thank him.
Bro, I have one Pokemon. What the fuck are you talking about? Seriously, no one tells you about the PC and how it works unless you talk to the optional NPCs, and by itself, that's fine, but if you're just going through the story, not catching many Pokemon, this comes out of nowhere. Also, Bill's first version of the storage system sucks, because if you fill up a box, which because there's no visual indicator is really hard to tell, you can't catch any more Pokemon, which isn't a huge deal unless you're talking about Safari Zone Pokemon or the legendaries. By the way, would you like to join Team Rocket? We're a group dedicated to evil using Pokemon. Wait, whoa, hold on. So you know that what you're doing is not just wrong, but evil? Like, yeah, I know it's not unfathomable that someone knows that what they're doing is wrong, but they do it anyway, but usually there's some underlying mental condition that drives them to do that as an individual, not an entire crime syndicate. Also, crime syndicates, at least from what I can understand, usually have a point. That's why they're organized crime. When you think about it, what's Team Rocket's goal? Exploitation, yeah, but to what end? Just to be assholes? Why would you need an entire organization for that? They sell Pokemon that they steal from others, so profit, I guess, but aside from Porygon, which you can only get through the Pokemon Game Corner, which, yeah, what moron is buying Pokemon? You realize Pokemon are free, right? I mean, aside from the cost of buying the Pokeballs necessary to catch them. Because if their goal is to steal strong Pokemon from trainers, you'd think that the goal is to sell them to people who plan on using them in battle, right? But that makes no sense if the buyer isn't already a trainer, in which case why not just catch the Pokemon yourself? I doubt the expense of a stolen Pokemon wouldn't exceed the effort you would put into just catching one yourself. And if the goal is to steal rare Pokemon, say for example my starter, a shiny Pokemon, or a legendary, I'd understand that, but the odds of finding a trainer with any of those kinds of Pokemon is so minuscule, you'd likely have very few clients and as a result have to charge exorbitant amounts of money just to turn a profit. Because remember, Team Rocket also funds Pokemon experimentation, and that alone is evil and a much better motivation than an organization who does evil for the sake of evil, but that's like trying to fund NASA by stealing paintings from random artists in the hopes that one day you run into someone who has the original Mona Lisa and then trying to sell that to Jeff Bezos. It's not technically impossible, it's just wildly unsustainable. With your ability, you could become a top leader in Team Rocket! Buddy, I'm 10. You really think that putting a 10-year-old in possession of a fire-breathing lizard in any sort of position of power for a crime syndicate is a good idea? I wouldn't do that even if they didn't have the fire-breathing lizard. I'm sure most of you know this one. In Gen 1, we had what's commonly referred to as Smart AI, where our opponent will always, without fail, use a move with a type advantage. Charmeleon is a fire type, so he's weak to water, and while that can, for the most part, be a pain in the ass, the only water-type move the Shellder knows is Withdraw, which can't hurt me. It doesn't matter that it knows other moves that can hurt me, it doesn't even matter that Shellder's defense stat can literally go no higher because of how many times it's already used Withdraw. It will always prioritize the move it thinks will be super effective. I'm not supposed to be able to do this. No, seriously, I'm really not supposed to be able to do this. Why is this so easy?
You're decent.
Wow, really? Did you hear that? My mythical level 100 mutant can't who experts say is a mirage? This 7-year-old who has a team of a rat and a bird who are both level 15 thinks I'm decent. Aw, shucks, I don't even have a badge yet.
I'm a cool guy. I've got a girlfriend.
Aw, man, that makes you so cool. Please, tell me more about it.
Hiya, I'm a Pokemon. No, I'm not. Call me Bill. I'm a true blue Pokemaniac. Hey, what's with that skeptical look? I'm not joshing you. I screwed up an experiment and got combined with a Pokemon.
Okay, whoa, back up. Everything you said is completely believable given how bizarre this world is to begin with, but I feel like there's a missing element to this screw-up. You put the Pokemon in one of the teleporters, right? And then you stepped into the other teleporter, right? What was the experiment? What was the screw-up? Someone had to run the cell separation system the first time. Why do you need my help? Also, what happened to the Pokemon after we ran the cell separation? Is it just trapped in the teleporter forever?
The Cascade badge makes all Pokemon up to level 30 obey.
Way ahead of you, Misty. My level 100 obeys me just fine. Okay, I'll return the TM I stole. Wait, you trashed that poor family's house for a technical machine? I figure what's lost is lost. I decided to teach Diglett how to dig without a TM. What do you mean you taught them how to dig? Aren't Diglett born in the ground? Can't they just dig on instinct?
Bonjour, Red. Imagine seeing you here. Red, were you really invited?
Were you? Who the fuck gave you a ticket, you clown?
Thank you. I feel much better. You want to see my cut technique?
I don't want to see any technique of yours after having just given you a rub, you disgusting old man. Also, you're the goddamn captain of a ship. Why did you get into sailing if you're prone to seasickness?
Yo, champ in making. Lieutenant Surge has a nickname. People refer to him as the Lightning American.
The Lightning American. So America exists in the Pokemon world? Okay, I don't know how this is considered a puzzle. You can usually solve a puzzle. I feel like I just have to pick a can and pray. Also, I just learned this as of the writing of this very sin that due to a glitch, the top left can always contain the second button, regardless of whether or not the first button was in the adjacent can.
Hey kid, what do you think you're doing here? You won't live long in combat, that's for sure. I tell you kid, electric Pokemon saved me during the war.
The war? What war? Vietnam? If Stand By Me is on TV, then it's definitely after 1986, and you're definitely not old enough to have been in World War II.
I chair the Pokemon Fan Club. I have collected over 100 Pokemon. I'm very fussy when it comes to Pokemon. So, did you come visit to hear about my Pokemon? Good, then listen up. My favorite Rapidash. It's cute, lovely, smart, plus amazing. You think so? Oh
majestic, stunning, kindly. Love it. Hug it when sleeping. Warm and cuddly. Spectacular. Ravishing.
Oh, this dude has definitely dreamed about fucking his Rapidash if he hasn't already done it. Holy shit! $1 million Pokemon dollars? Poké dollars are basically interchangeable with Japanese yen, meaning this bike cost $8,756 US, and it better have airbags, Bluetooth, a moonroof, and be a 2010 Mercedes-Benz SUV for that price. There's supposed to be a Snorlax blocking the way. Whatever, Rock Tunnel sucks anyway.
I'm the graphic artist. I drew you.
Whoa, what the fuck? Are you God?
I wrote the story.
Ah, so this is all your fault.
Isn't Erica cute? I like Misty a lot too. Oh, and Sabrina, I like her.
Okay, Game Freak, you should really run a background check on the people you hire because one of your Game Freaks has a creepy affinity for the teenage girls you guys created. Hey, look, it's the people who think these videos are serious critiques.
This gym is great. It's full of women.
What the hell is it with Kanto and his residents being sexual deviants?
Whoa, boy, I'm parched.
Huh? I can have this drink?
Gee, thanks.
If you want to go to Saffron City, you can go on through. I'll share this with the other guards. Wait, I thought the way forward was under construction. You're telling me that you and the other guards wouldn't let me through because you were all thirsty and none of you bothered to get drinks for yourselves?
Hey, Red, what brings you here? Your Pokemon don't look dead.
Well, neither do yours, pal. And yeah, I know about the Blue's Raticate is dead theory, but I don't know, think about it. Why does Blue only have 5 Pokemon on his team? Last time he said he caught over 40 kinds of Pokemon, but only had 4 with him. Then after the fight, he says that he just caught a Cubone, which is obviously a lie considering that you didn't have one on your team when we fought you. Pokemon Tower is the only place you can catch a Cubone. You have an empty slot in your party, and it's not like you can just send your Pokemon to a box without being at a PC. What, did he catch one, deposit it in the box, and come back? Why would he do that? I don't know how they didn't catch this one, especially when localizing, but it's no secret that Psychic types are broken in this game, and if you look at what they did in Gen 1, it almost seems on purpose. Psychic types were supposed to be balanced out by Bug types and Ghost types, right? Well, venture a guess as to how many Bug type moves there are in the game. 4. The answer is 4. Leech Life, which up until Generation 7 had base 20 power, meaning that it sucked ass no matter what Pokemon used it. Pin Missile, which can only be learned by 2 Pokemon in Gen 1, Beedrill and Jolteon. Yup, only one of those is a Bug-type Pokemon who, need I remind you, is also a Poison type, making it weak to Psychic. Twin Needle, which can only be learned by 3 Pokemon, and when I say 3 Pokemon, I don't mean 3 of the Pokemon in Gen 1, I mean it can be learned by 3 Pokemon total. That's right, out of the 898 Pokemon that exist as of the writing of this episode, more now that Scarlet and Violet have been announced as of the recording of this episode, but only 3 of them can learn Twin Needle naturally. Escavalier, who debuted in Gen 5 and so isn't available in this game, Cloyster, who last I checked wasn't a bug type, and motherfucking Beedrill again. And then there's String Shot, which doesn't do any damage, it just lowers your opponent's speed stat. Not only was your only chance to combat a Psychic type a bee that's weak to Psychic types to begin with, but half of the bug types in the game were Poison type too, and the rest that weren't couldn't learn the moves that would be useful. And okay, that's bug types. Surely Ghost types could balance out Psychic. There are 3 Ghost type Pokemon in Gen 1, all part of the same evolutionary family. All 3 of them have Ghost half Poison type. Yup, all the Ghosts in this game are weak to Psychic types, and the number of Ghost type moves? Also 3. Confuse Ray, much like String Shot, was a non-damaging move but could confuse your opponent, and with enough luck they could hit themselves. With enough luck. Lick had a base power of 20, so again, sucked ass. And then there's Nightshade, which will hit no matter what, with the catch being that it does a fixed amount of damage equivalent to the user's level. Meaning that if, say, my Pokemon is level 20, Nightshade does 20 hit points of damage, so unless you leveled up your Ghastly, Haunter, or Gengar, which are the only Pokemon in the game that can learn this move, Nightshade kind of sucks ass. And you wanna know what the kicker is? Because of an oversight, Ghost-type moves didn't affect Psychic types, meaning that Confuse Ray and Lick didn't just suck ass against Psychic types, they didn't do anything! Psychic types are busted in Gen 1, Agatha should be a Poison-type trainer and certainly not part of the Elite Four. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Next up, Dragon types! What do you mean the ghost can't be identified? I fought like 3 Ghastly already! That's the only ghost I can run into in this place! Aside from Cubone, which isn't even a ghost type, so I don't know why they show up. And you know how I know that without the Sylph Scope? Because if you check your Pokemon stats, the ghost sprite changes to what it actually is. Luna, you are a level 100 psychic beast. Why are you afraid of anything? I'm not supposed to be able to do that. Our hideout might be discovered. I better tell boss. Well, don't say that and then go directly to where your hideout is. I'm definitely gonna know now. Also, it should not have been that easy for me to get in here. I am a child. There is gambling afoot in this establishment.
You broke into our operation?
I did not. Your teammate left the button that leads into this place unattended, and so I walked in. I may be trespassing, but I did not break in. You know, for an organization set on capturing strong and or rare Pokemon, you all have some run-of-the-mill weak-ass Pokemon, man.
Oh no! I dropped the lift key!
I'm really glad I talked to that guy again after beating him, because why would you ever? I could have been stuck running around like a dumbass looking for the lift key. Excuse me, wait up please! No pedestrians are allowed on Cycling Road. I'm not supposed to be able to do this. Also, I never turned in that voucher for the really expensive bike, so I don't know how— oh, I guess I have a bike anyway.
There's no money in fighting kids.
Okay, then why are you fighting me? I'm a kid, do you just enjoy it? Dude, fuck the secret house. I've been playing this game my whole life, and I feel lucky every time I manage to remember the path here. Everything looks the damn same, so most of the time I don't even know if I'm on the right path or not. And barring any mistakes or wrong turns you make, you're given just enough steps to get here. And this wouldn't be a problem if getting here was optional, but you need to do it to get Surf and Strength, which you need in order to beat the game. Oh, wait. How do you have an Alakazam? Who agreed to trade with your annoying ass?
Ah, Red. So we meet again.
How does Giovanni know our name? We never really speak, and it's not like he asked us what our name was. Did Blue fight him? Did he tell Giovanni our name?
Because I am rich, I can give you anything.
What about my father back? Well, I'm waiting.
I had a vision of your arrival. I have had psychic powers since I was a child. I first learned to bend spoons with my mind. I dislike fighting, but if you wish, I will show you my powers.
You dislike fighting? Then why are you a gym leader? Even in Gen 1, Flash was unworthy of being an HM.
I take a little time. You go for a walk a little while.
Where were you? You mean, where was I? I stepped outside the building for literally a second and you were done. That's not supposed to be possible. What the f*** is that thing? Okay, you know what? Admittedly, you got me there. That is a unique design. Wait, number 150? But Mew's number 151. You're telling me that the man-made clone comes before the original in the Pokédex? I know why that's the case in the real world. Mew was secretly programmed in, but in-universe, why does Mewtwo come before Mew? Also, how can the Pokédex give me any information on these Pokemon? Didn't Oak make these? I doubt I'm the one measuring and weighing these Pokemon myself, meaning that their information is already in the dex. But for that to be true, Oak would have had to already have this information. But how would he if no one even knew that Mewtwo or Mew even existed? Not to mention, wasn't the whole point of Red and Blue going out on their adventure not to become champion, but to gather data for Oak? Isn't that a little redundant considering that all of the data is already on the Pokédex? What do you mean my Charizard can't learn Fly? It's a flying type! It has wings! Oh, but you know what can fly? Fucking Doduo and Dodrio. Birds that don't have wings. Based on the dodo, a notoriously flightless bird.
February 6th, Mew gave birth. We named the newborn Mewtwo.
Wait, the newborn? I thought that Mewtwo was created in a lab. It coming before Mew in the Pokédex makes even less sense now.
Yo, champ in making. Even I don't know Viridian Leader's identity.
Well, why don't you just check the statues? I'm sure their name has to be displayed on Giovanni. You mean Boss Rocket? Why is he the gym leader? Surely the Pokemon League has regulations and does background checks on the people they officially instate as gym leaders, right? They wouldn't make someone who outwardly abuses Pokemon unless The Pokemon League is in Giovanni's pocket. Which is somehow the most realistic and sad thing about this world.
This is my hideout. I plan to resurrect Team Rocket here.
Resurrect? When did Team Rocket go away?
TM27 is Fissure. It will take out Pokemon with just one hit.
If it ever hits! By itself, it has an abysmal accuracy of 30%, and unless your Pokemon is faster than your opponent, it'll never hit!
Having lost, I cannot face my underlings. Team Rocket is finished forever.
Really? You're going to disband your entire organization all because a 10-year-old beat you in what is basically a superpowered dogfight? That's racist. Kanto's Elite Four is so weird, and it's mainly because they were lobbying really hard for unique trainers. Because think about it, they had 15 types, and 8 of those were reserved for gym leaders. Rock, water, electric, grass, poison, psychic, fire, and ground. That's already more than half the types in the game, leaving normal, fighting, flying, bug, ghost, ice, and dragon, and at the time, they definitely picked the most interesting ones for the Elite Four. But the reason they were so interesting was because they were so limited. Lorelei makes the most sense, but only because aside from Articuno, she owns every single Ice-type Pokemon in this game. Bruno's by far the easiest member to beat because he's supposed to be a Fighting-type trainer, and you can sweep him with a Psychic-type, but then they give him 2 Onix for some reason, who are both 4 times weak to water. Again, he owns the final form of every fighting type in this region, except for Primeape, which you could have easily given him instead of the 2 Onix. You're already not working with much and you're refusing to use what you have. Then there's Agatha, and this one's rough. Remember how I said that there were only 3 ghost types in this game? Yeah, I don't really know why they chose to go with Ghost for this one, because yes, 3 out of her 5 Pokemon are ghost types, but 2 of them are Gengar. The other one's a Haunter, which has the exact same moveset as her first Gengar, and then her other 2 Pokemon are a Golbat and an Arbok. I don't know why she calls herself a Ghost-type trainer when clearly the one thing her team all have in common is that they're all Poison-type. I mean, hell, her Arbok doesn't even have a Ghost-type move. And on the flip side, even if she was a Poison-type trainer, her Golbat doesn't have a Poison-type move. In fact, I didn't know this until just now, but her Golbat has both Supersonic and Confuse Ray, which both do the same thing. Why not replace Supersonic with an actual Poison-type move? You can teach it Toxic, and... Wait, really? That's the only Poison-type move Golbat can learn in Gen 1, and it's a TM? Why is it a Poison-type at all? Anyway, her other Gengar's moveset makes no sense. It does know Toxic, which can poison you really badly, Confuse Ray, which can be annoying for the player but is hardly ever useful against the AI, Nightshade, which, despite what I said earlier, would actually hurt at this level, and then... Dream Eater? Agatha has this thing where, unlike most of the opponents in the game, she'll actually swap out her Pokemon, and her other 2 ghosts can use Hypnosis to put your Pokemon to sleep, but they know Dream Eater too, so why would she swap out and waste a turn instead of using Dream Eater on the spot? In any case, it's a moot point if you have a Psychic type because it can sweep your party just like Bruno's. And then there's Lance, and welcome back to my TED Talk, where in this iteration we'll talk about why they even bothered making a goddamn dragon type in this generation. Much like Ghost type, there are only 3 dragon types in this game, and yes, again, they all belong to the same evolutionary family. And again, much like Agatha, Lance owns 3 dragon types, 2 of which are the same Pokemon. Except, it's kind of worse, because despite having the same moveset, Agatha's first Gengar and her Haunter were at the very least different Pokemon, and hey, they were 1 level apart. Both of Lance's Dragonair are the exact same. Literally the same, they just copy-paste. Then he has a Gyarados, which isn't a Dragon-type, by the way, it just has a Dragon-type move. Oh, I'm sorry, did I say a Dragon-type move? I meant the Dragon-type move. That's right, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, there is a total of 1 fucking Dragon-type move in this whole game. And it does exactly 40 HP damage, regardless of if the opponent is weak to dragon types. It does the same damage across the board. And I mean, it's not like it would matter. I mean, dragon types are only strong against one other type, dragons. Yes, you heard me correctly. Dragons are only super effective against themselves. But they're not just weak to themselves. No, that would be fair. They're also weak to ice. You know what else is weak to ice? Flying types. Yep. Lance's ace Pokemon, Dragonite, has a 4 times weakness to ice, and then they give it the move Barrier, as if they expect you to use physical attacks on it, when most of the ice-type moves in this gen are special, so Barrier doesn't do anything. And then there's this 5th Pokemon, Aerodactyl. Why does this person have an extinct Pokemon on his team? The same reason I was able to revive one, I guess, but we're here to talk about how Aerodactyl, much like Gyarados, isn't even a dragon. Unlike Gyarados, however, not only does it not know Dragon Rage despite being able to learn it through the use of TM23, it doesn't doesn't know any moves of its own types for some reason. The more I look into this, the more I feel like they were trying to make Lance a dual dragon and normal type trainer, which is kind of cool, but it's mostly just weird since you can tell that they were trying to play up the whole dragon thing. But all of his Pokemon know at least 2 normal type moves. And except for his Dragonite, the same is true in Yellow version, and the only reason I bring that up is because, for the most part, the Elite Four is scarier and more competent in Yellow version, except now none of his Pokemon have Dragon Range except for Gyarados, who isn't a fucking Dragon type! Dragons were supposed to be these cool, almost mythical pseudo-legendary Pokemon. Why do they suck so much ass in Gen 1?
I still can't believe my dragons lost to you, Red. You are now the Pokemon League champion. Or you would have been, but you have one more challenge ahead. You have to face another trainer. His name is Blue. He beat the Elite Four before you. He is the real Pokemon League champion.
Okay, wait, hold on. Doesn't that mean he would have had to fight a champion too? Were you the champion before Blue was? Well, that doesn't make any sense because that means there had to have been another member of the Elite Four, but you all have rooms that seem specifically designated to you all. Was there just not a champion before Blue got here? Also, when the hell did Blue get here? I kicked his ass on Route 22 before entering Victory Road, and there's no way he beat me here, let alone beat the Elite Four before I did.
While working on Pokédex, I looked all over for powerful Pokémon. Not only that, I assembled teams that would beat any Pokémon type. And now, I'm the Pokemon League champion! Red, do you know what that means? I'll tell you. I am the most powerful trainer in the world!
You're not even the most powerful trainer in this room. Sit the fuck down.
Blue, I'm disappointed. I came when I heard you beat the Elite Four.
Jesus, Oak. I know he's your grandson, but don't get too excited. Why is Professor Oak inducting me into the Hall of Fame? Is he part of the Pokemon League? Also, the Elite Four kind of just let him through. Was Oak the champion before Blue was? Also, yes, I do know about the guy who trades you with Jinx for a Poliwhirl who says that Poliwhirl evolved even though it couldn't evolve through trading in this generation. And yes, I also know about the guy that says that the Raichu you traded him for an Electrode evolved even though it can't evolve at all. Also, the only thing I could even say about Yellow Special Pikachu Edition, and yes, that is its full name, is why are Jesse and James here? I guess. Hey everyone, Char5 here. Thanks so much for watching my CinemaSins pastiche of everything wrong with Pokemon Gen 1. I'd like to thank my supporters on Patreon and my channel members. If you want to be featured in future videos, then consider helping me out a little bit each month or hit that join button. To those who do support, stay awesome. You guys should head on over to CinemaSins, the awesome people that I pastiche. They also host sister channels that cover music videos, brands, and other topics. If you have some time, why not check out everything wrong with Pokemon Legends Arceus? Until next time, stay safe and stay awesome. This is Char5, signing off.